Hello my princes and princesses, how are you doing? I hope you had a great week. Today I am fulfilling my promise to you of showing you how to make crackers. Crackers are very important, and because they're dry, they don't have a lot of humidity, you can store them for a long time. And if you have replaced bread in your past, I'm sure you're going to appreciate them a lot, because you can scoop things with them and eat them, just like to replace the bread feeling that you might get sometimes. You probably already know that I have already a recipe for bread, ketogenic bread with almost 0 carb, 1 carb per slice. But it's a very rich bread, so you can't eat a lot of it. Let me show you the ingredients for the crackers, and we will talk about the amounts and the method after, but I'll show you the ingredients first, okay? We start with secrets of the psyllium. This is psyllium husks. This is pretty much a dietary fiber. It's indigestible, and it just cleans your colon, and it's wonderful. I use this as much as I can. Sometimes when I don't eat things with a lot of fats or fiber, I will have a spoon of this, a teaspoon of this with water, 8 ounces of water. So this is fantastic. Psyllium husks. This is an optional ingredient, chia seeds. You can either do it with chia seeds or without. If you care more about protein and you work out a lot, I would suggest doing a little bit of chia seeds. It doesn't hurt, okay? Third ingredient, flaxseed meal. So this is ground flaxseed. I personally suggest that you buy your flax whole and grind them when you need to, because they spoil very fast. Although they're contained in an opaque plastic, but still I think that if you grind yours fresh at the time of needing them, it's a lot better. So depends how dedicated of a chef you are, okay? So this is whole ground flaxseed meal, okay? You're gonna need also Parmesan cheese, just regular Parmesan cheese. Make sure, okay, so I tried this recipe several times. I've made it once with real Parmesan, like I bought a block of Parmesan, good quality one, and I grated it. It didn't work, because this one is powder and it's dry, so it works a lot better, okay? And then these are the important ingredients, and we have the spices. We're gonna need Celtic salt or any marine salt that you may have, or sea salt or Himalayan salt is fine as well. So I love Celtic. I'm into Celtic salt lately. I don't know why I switched from Himalayan to Celtic. I'm gonna try it. It has a lot of minerals, you know, it's very good for you. We're gonna need pepper, ground pepper, just regular ground pepper. And then we're gonna need these two ingredients here, which is onion and garlic. Make sure they're both granulated, not shredded, not, you know, they have to be super fine texture, because otherwise they don't work. They'll be too rough or too much texture. This is much better. Granulated onion and granulated garlic, okay? And then this is optional as well. I like thyme, so you can flavor your crackers with any spices you like. Thyme is very good for you. It's antibacterial, anti-inflammatory. it works fantastic if you do like a chicken little, you know, mixture. Like if you tuna, there's a tuna mixture you can make. I will post a recipe about chicken mixture with mayonnaise and stuff like that. It's really good. So thyme goes well. Very well with the chicken. Okay, that's optional. And then finally, you need a spray. Any type of oil spray would work. This is organic olive oil. This is to spray the pan before we lay the final product in there. And then you're gonna need a bowl, and a spatula to mix. And you're gonna need measuring cups. This one is half a cup, and this is a quarter of a cup. Okay, and we need a pizza slicer. Okay, this is optional. You can do it with a knife. It will work just fine. But if you have a pizza slicer, it's much better. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to start with the dry ingredients as usual. I'm going to come closer to the camera. Dry ingredients as usual first. We mix them very well. Then we add... oh, I forgot to say, we need a little bit of water. Let me get some water here. I have my little measuring cup. We'll get some water right now. Okay, I got a cup and a half of water, spring water. Okay, put it on the side right here. Alright, let's get started. So, we're going to start with half a cup of flaxseed meal. That's half a cup of flaxseed meal. And then half a cup of psyllium husks. Whoopsie, there you go. Half a cup. Voila. And then, so if you are going to use chia seeds, you can either grind it or leave it this way and use either like a quarter of a cup and a quarter of a cup of flaxseed, or a quarter of a cup of chia and a quarter of a cup of psyllium husks. It's up to you. And then we're gonna use, we're gonna need Parmesan. Let's see, a quarter of a cup of Parmesan cheese, okay? Whoa. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, here you go. This is a quarter of a cup of Parmesan cheese. Make sure your Parmesan cheese is in powder form, not grated. Now, we're going to need, let me get a little spoon. I have a little spoon here. 1 second. Okay, here's a teaspoon. Okay. We're going to need a half a teaspoon of Celtic salt, or whatever salt you have. Alright, half a teaspoon. Okay? Half a teaspoon of ground pepper, black pepper. Half a teaspoon. And then, because I love garlic, I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of garlic. It's up to you. You can put 1 teaspoon or 2. It's up to you. Or no garlic. If you don't like the herbs right here, you can do it without the herbs. It will be just plain crackers without flavoring, okay? So I'm going to do 1 and 2. There you go. And I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of granulated onion. 1 teaspoon of granulated onion. And because I love thyme, I will put half a teaspoon of thyme. Or we can do one teaspoon. It's beautiful flavor. Okay, so what we do right now is mix all the dry ingredients. Okay? Mix all the dry ingredients. Make sure they're all mixed very well. Okay. So it looks like the mixture is pretty homogeneous. I'll show you. There you go. It's all very well mixed, okay? And then you add a little water slowly until you get to a consistency that is holding everything together and it's not breaking, because we're going to spread it in a pan. I'm going to show you right now. So you start adding water and mixing. Okay, mix, mix, mix. There is no quantity of water. It depends on your ingredients. So some mixtures will require more water than others. Okay. Mix, mix, mix. Okay. I think it needs more water. This was 1 cup so far. I think, no, it was a little less. 3/4 of a cup. Okay, if you have a silicone spatula, it mixes pretty well with a silicone spatula. I mean, ideally, you want to mix it with your own hands. So, but for the sake of the recipe, we're just going to do it with the little spatula. Okay, I put everything in here. All the water. Let's see. Okay, I think it's still dry. I'm gonna get some extra water. Okay, let's add some extra water. Okay, this should have, I think I'm going to remove my ring and I'm going to start mixing with my hand, because I can't tell. Unless I do it with my hands, I won't be able to tell. Okay, don't be afraid of using your hands in the kitchen. I think it's the best way to do things. To feel the consistency, you need to use your own hands. Oopsie. Alright. Okay, I think it's coming together. Okay. Yeah, now I can feel it all lumping, like becoming a whole giant ball. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, now it has the consistency that I want it to have. See, it's all together. It's not falling apart. Can you see that? Kind of, it's holding together. If you put a little extra water, it's okay, because once you put it in the oven, it will dehydrate. You might need extra time, but you know, the more you make this recipe, the more you're gonna learn how it is. So, okay, what we do now is, I'm gonna wash my hands quickly. Alright. What we're gonna do is spray. Let me put these ingredients right here behind. Okay, make a little space and bring my baking pan. This is a baking pan. I don't know how many inches. It's probably 24 inches by maybe like 14 inches, something like that. So what we do is we grab it and we spray it from far away, about 10, 12 inches away. There you go. And you spread it with your own hands. Okay, so it doesn't stick. Okay? You can use any spray, it doesn't have to be olive oil. Now we take the mixture. It's all in a giant ball, as you can see. See that? It's all sticking together. Looks fantastic. And we just put it in the middle and we start spreading it. So another alternative to using your, well, you have to use your hands, but let me show you. You need also wax paper. I'm gonna grab a little piece of wax paper and put it on top. This is gonna help us spread without having problems of, you know, getting our hands too mixed into this. So you keep your hands clean and you spread it evenly without a problem. You can use something like this to spread it even more thin. And you just, this is the hardest part and the part that takes the longest time. But I'm sure you can manage, and it's totally worth it, because the crackers that you're going to get are fantastic. Let me get closer to the camera so you guys can see. Okay. So you can spread with your knuckles like this. This is going to take, it's a labor of love, so you got to be patient. Cooking is about meditation as well. It's not only just cooking fast and feeding people or feeding yourself. It's a labor of love. It's like creating a piece of art. So you want to be patient, you know, do things slow. The slower and the more thought you put into it, the more delicious it comes out, you know. All right. So, whoa, it's sticking. So if you feel like it's sticking, you can add a little spray on top. There you go. And we'll keep doing the same thing over and over until it gets as thin as you want. So if you are making crackers, you spread it very thin. If you're making like chips, I spread it less thin. But it's up to you. If you want them thin or thick, it depends on what you like. You can try different thicknesses and then see which one you like the most. So I like my crackers a little bit rustic, so I don't really care about the edges being square. So what I do is just leave it like this, natural. And when I cut them, I don't have to have them like symmetrical and stuff. So this is pretty much the, I think this is a good thickness. Okay, let me show you. There you go. I think it's pretty good, you know. We're gonna just use the pizza slicer and do little lines. Don't cut it all the way, just kind of score it, you know. So you can score it sideways. You know, it doesn't have to be symmetrical or anything. These are rustic crackers. I'm gonna call them rustic crackers. Something like this. There you go. Put this. So you see the little lines in there? Yeah, you can see them. So what I do is I bake this for almost 45 minutes at high, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 170 degrees Celsius in the oven. And then what I do is I flip it after 45 minutes and I add about 20 to 25 minutes on the other side. And after that, I turn the oven off and I leave it dehydrate, because if it's a little bit thick, it might need extra time. So be patient and let it sit in the oven for half an hour to an hour after you bake it. Okay? And let me show you the final result. These are fantastic crackers. I mean, I have to have them all the time because I miss crackers. And I used to eat a lot of crackers in my days of high carb. This is the final result. Here you go. Some of them are burnt, but they actually taste delicious. And what I suggest that you eat it with is, this is my favorite, olive tapenade. Tapenade is a type of olives cut, like chopped with other ingredients. I'm going to read to you. The ingredients is extra virgin olive oil, black olives, green olives, carrots, cauliflower, roasted red peppers, onions, Kalamata olives, capers, garlic, and Italian seasoning. This is delicious. It's French, but Italian people use it a lot. Tapenade, olive tapenade. And this is the beautiful guacamole. I love guacamole because it has avocado, and because we're on a high-fat diet, I love avocado. The olives are very high-fat too, and they have olive oil and stuff like that. So this is the consistency of the crackers. And let me do a tasting right here. I can taste the cheese, the parmesan cheese, and the thyme. Delicious. And the tapenade, you can't live without tapenade if you're on the ketogenic diet. You have to have it always in the fridge. If you don't want to have dinner, you just have a little snack. Tapenade and guacamole are fantastic. We live in California. We're influenced by a lot of Mexican food, and guacamole is the king of all. So this is good. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you will make this recipe soon. Make a lot, double and triple the ingredient amount, and put them in Ziploc baggies and store them. They stay, because they're dehydrated, the longer you keep them in the oven, the less moisture they'll have, and they'll be delicious and they'll last for a long time. Thank you for watching. I hope you are enjoying your ketogenic diet or low carb diet, and please subscribe to my channel and give this video a like if you like it. Take care.